So imagine you have an idea for a medical device that could detect.
Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, you went to your first slide on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. I thought it was a mistake. Okay.
Good job.
Throw a wrench in there.
Trying to make you really nervous. No. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Okay.
Imagine you have an idea for developing a medical device that could detect and prevent heart attacks. But did you know it will take you as much as 5 years and $31 million to bring your device to market? A lot of this time is actually spent in finding suppliers who would help you build the product. In fact, it is a very challenging job and a painful process. You do Google search, you go to trade shows, tap into your network, talk to other friends who have developed a device before, and each time you do that, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks. For a startup, it could be death. You're spending a lot of time burning cash when you should actually be developing a product. An example of how many options you have, this could really become overwhelming. In fact, it's not just you. With about 5,000 small medical device companies in the US, the outsourcing spend today is already $33.2 billion and is projected to reach $101 billion by 2024. It is, in fact, going to be a large and growing problem to find the best suppliers. The existing solutions from our competitors are mostly offline and generic that still require you to spend a lot of time and do not solve the problem that these medical device companies face. Our solution, Bluestream, gives you a more specific search for the product you're developing and an online feature that can give you and allow you to search vendors quickly and spend less time doing that. So I'm Soumya Mahapatra, and I'm building an online marketplace that will match the founders of medical device companies with the best fit suppliers specific to the type of medical device you're developing, helping you bring your devices to market 6 months sooner and save as much as $1 million while doing that. Our business model is simple. We charge a 10% commission on every transaction made through our platform to the suppliers. With an estimated 2,500 transactions on our platform, we expect to reach a revenue of $250 million by 2022. Because it is a multi-sided platform, the success depends on bringing the demand side first. Our focus would be to secure partnerships with 2 incubators in the LA area that will help us bring 5 to 10 medical device companies onto the platform. We will then be using a demo to reach out to VC-backed startups in the LA region and in the West Coast to get more medical device companies to use the product. Once we do and have reached a critical mass, we will be able to hire a direct sales force to go and present our value proposition in medical device conferences. Thus, it will help us reach a critical mass of over 100 medical device companies and around 500 suppliers onto the platform who can work and find each other. We will be spending most of 2018 in building the products that will help us in user aggregation and then eventually raise the $750,000 first round.
Okay. Okay, Angela, you want to go first?
Okay, so your customers are the 4,500 medical device companies that already exist?
They are the demand side of the platform. The customers really are the suppliers.
So this is an enterprise software, basically?
Yes, it's a
Okay, because you said, imagine you are a medical device, inventor, and my immediate thought was like, well, how many of them are sitting around with an idea? It seems like a pretty high level. So I think you need to explain that immediately. Somehow when you explain what your company is, because you have to, when Janine was confused that you skipped, you have to say who you are, why you're qualified to do this.
Yeah, I forgot.
Start with that, and then instead of saying, imagine you are a medical device person, you should say there are 45 million medical device, and how you can, how they can bring to market faster something that will help somebody who's detect a heart attack, as opposed to saying me, because I'm like, okay.
Right.
So that you clarify what your product is.
Yeah, I agree. I think knowing who you are and why you did it, or why you're going after this market early on will kind of qualify you, and then it'll give it a baseline from which we can draw upon. I think your presentation was very clean. I was able to follow it. I didn't think it was too wordy. I think the graphics are great. I think it's very professionally done. So you're on the right track there for sure. I think there's just missing a few pieces in there to sort of clarify exactly what it is. And the one question I thought about is that if you're taking 10% of what's happening in the marketplace, what prevents them from just making the connection and then them going directly? Like, how are you gonna get that 10%? Because there's gotta be some type of a way to track that. Otherwise, as soon as you make that connection, then they say, forget you, forget Bluestream, I'm going one-to-one, I'm gonna spend my 100K direct, and I don't have to spend 10K in commission to that. So there's probably some logistics that need to be drawn out. And then again, I would say, how does it work? I would like to understand it more. This happens, someone's looking to develop a device, they go online, they find a supplier, they do this, and this, and this. And like maybe it's just a simple, you don't have to have all the details in between, but just more of like a broad, high level overview of like, here's the process, there's 5 steps, or there's 3 steps, or whatever there is. Then they make the connection, and then, then I lost it after that. I kept thinking, well, who's to say that they're gonna stay with, after they get the connection, thank you very much, we'll see you later. Or they just do the research, and they call them directly, and then it's over, right?
And how are you gonna find them better than their team? Because I'm assuming a medical device company is a pretty well-funded company. So I'd actually, you have to say what your secret sauce is the Dale likes to call it,
Yeah, sure. But there's definitely a lot of great parts to the presentation. I think your presentation was very good. I think you just work on the timing a little bit, and then put a few of those missing pieces in there. I think you're doing great so far. You're on the right track. Good job.
Okay, I didn't have anything else to add. Let's take a short break, so the mentors can have a little bit of a break. We'll start again at 8.
I don't think it's
Awesome.
Yeah, marathon training. I actually became a customer of my own company, and it works. Guess what?
That's a lot of weight since I last saw
I
it.
think I lost
it's still a
20 pounds.
complicated.
I spent so much time like
It's
building
still-
something.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd almost.
Did you guys have a booth yesterday, or like what were you guys?
That's all it is?
It was in Santa Monica, right?
It started at Dodger Stadium in San
Oh,
Diego.
okay.
Yeah, so we didn't have yeah, we do the expo in Las Vegas in November.
Well,
then
That's
the
this time, and we, like, very few of our people run full marathons.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I have a 5K, like,
No,
the
but I
first
mean,
mile is our,
So that's the
our
question,
product.
and how you
So,
can do it is,
we were beta testing a marathon training program.
how valuable is your time?
And so,
How great is your need?
that's, 4-month commitment. And there's
No,
12 of us
and
who
it's
started,
good.
there's only 4 of us who actually
It's like
made it to
Founders.
the finish line.
Great. That's really
Exactly.
They're into the